A pleasant Tuesday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Thank you very much for joining us. A very special morning to you, Richie B and the Up and Go crew. You have yourselves a wonderful day. And thank you very much to our listeners and our viewers for being here for us another day on the Bridge 99 FM. A very special good morning to the Untengle team. And yes, I'm morning. So the top 10 finalists of the Jamaica Gospel Star Competition made their debut live during a live televised show on Sunday, the 10th of July. And the competition, which is produced by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, and that's an agency of the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, was aired on PBC Jamaica and Love TV and streamed live on the JCDC Facebook and YouTube pages. So our part, we're going to help you to get to know the finalists. So we're starting with our first one today, and we're going to be interviewing Danielle Main. So stay tuned for that. It's at 10:50, so it's just about 2 minutes time. We're going to be having our first interview. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be playing the song that Danielle entered, and yes, and we're going to be singing it then. The song that Danielle, we're talking about song. So we can hear the song. Well, somebody come here can sing it because you say me don't know if you enough on. But whosoever, let Danielle sing it, but somebody gotta sing it because we're talking about music. You understand? So we can't intellectualize. We got to just, we just got to be dancing and singing and getting around that one. So it's now 10:48, and this is going to be happening at 10:50. So advise Danielle for me, please, and thank her very much that she's definitely going to be singing the song that she, or if she has another way for us to hear the song. We got to hear the song because that's the only way we're going to know how to vote. So, yes, the series will culminate with a grand final on Saturday, this Saturday, the 30th of July, and this is going to be at the National Indoor Sports Center in Kingston. So we're giving each finalist that we interview 10 minutes to talk about themselves and to talk about their song. And this one, we will not go over on any of them because we're going to be as transparent as possible and we're going to be as fair as possible. And So we have Danielle online and we're starting at exactly 10:50. Vaughn, trust me, we are going to be straight about this one. Okay? So it's now 10:49 and off, and we wait. And we're waiting on the off. Yes, we're waiting on the off. Yes. So you trust me. So the first guest is Danielle, and her song, no song talk, okay? Producer, your expression is priceless. It is now 10:50 in the morning, and it's now time for us to talk to Danielle. So, could you put on Danielle for me, please? Danielle Main. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning. How are you?
I am very well. How are you?
I am blessed, thank God.
Okay. All right. So you are one of the finalists in the Jamaica Gospel Star Competition, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We don't have a copy of your music. And we have to judge you on your song. Right?
Okay.
So let us talk a little bit about yourself and then your the song that you actually choose, because they're all covers, right?
Right.
Okay, so since we don't have a copy of the song, you know that we're going to put you on the spot and you're going to have to sing the song, but don't make your nerves trouble you, right? How we?
All right.
You have about 5 minutes to make your nerves trouble you. So let us talk about Danielle. Who are you?
Okay, my name is Danielle Main. I'm 26 years of age. I am from the Humble Community Tweedside District. Yes, I am a Christian, a proud Christian. I love God, I love people, and I love the ministry.
Where is that district that you're from? I don't want to cut you. But
Clarendon.
Oh, Clarendon. What's the name of the district?
Tweedside.
Street side?
Tweed, Tweed-S-I-D-E.
Oh, Tweed side in Clarendon. You were saying, go right ahead.
Yes. I love God. I love the ministry. I am a member of the Tweedside New Testament Church of God, where I serve as the local youth director, youth president, Sunday school secretary, and a lot more things. I do praise and worship as well. Yeah, man. And that's Danielle.
Okay. So, I'm going to ask everybody pretty much the same question. So, I mean, everybody can enter a gospel competition, right? Because all you need to do is find a cover and sing a gospel song. But you're more than just an entrant. You're also a Christian. So whatever it is that you're singing, you actually believe in what you're singing.
Okay.
Right? Yes. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if you can see our monitor, but producer, is that Danielle? Okay, so you're actually on our monitor here, and we still can't hear that song a beat way, but we're seeing you and we're seeing your video. All right. So what song did you choose?
Okay, over the week I have been choosing different songs. My first song was "I Need a Little More Jesus" by Erica Campbell. Yes. My second song was Chevelle Franklin, "Just Another Saturday Night." And last week I did 2 songs. It was a traditional song, "Great True Love," "I Want to Hear the Story," and also I did a song by Tricia. She is the Jamaica Festival song winner for 2020. And that song is Wando.
Oh, that is the one that you're doing?
That's the one I did last week.
So I thought it was just one song. Oh, that's why we can't get no song.
It is Gospel Stars. It's not Gospel Festival. It's Gospel Stars. So we sing songs for other persons. We sing other gospel songs, right?
Oh, so each time you have what do you call it now? A competition. Every time you're on stage.
Every time we compete, we go with somebody's song. So it's not original.
I got you. Yeah. And this really explains a whole lot now. So that's why we don't have a song. Because I was wondering, how come we don't have a song?
That's it right there.
That's it right there, right? Yeah, that's it right there. So tell us about the songs that you chose and why you chose them.
Okay, for my first song, "I Need a Little More Jesus," we realized in the world that so many things are happening. We have COVID, we have monkeypox, we have crime, and so much things is happening. And each of us, we need Jesus. He's the only one who can deliver us. He's the only one who can save us. He's the only one who can turn everything around and just make everything right. My brother would say everything copacetic. Yeah, man. And so I chose that song to allow people to know that just call out to him. And the same song, "One Dose," they just come hand in hand. I realize that my songs are coming with a trend. And I'm just following God and what he's doing.
Okay, so who's your favorite local gospel singer?
Okay, my favorite local gospel singer is Chevelle Franklin. Yeah, she's overseas now, but I love her dearly.
And I suppose that's why you chose one of her songs to sing.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So you it's time to put you on the spot now. I love to do that. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is choose any one of the gospel songs, whether you've done it before or not, because we just want to know, your voice and we want to know, what kind of competitor you are. So, without any accompaniment, I'm asking you to choose one of the gospel songs that you would sing and sing it for us here on the bridge, 99 FM, Untengle.
Okay, so this song, it is one of my favorite. I haven't done it yet, but it's a popular chorus that we do at church, and it is me expressing my love for God, and it goes like this: I love you, I love you, I love you, Lord, today, because you care for me in such a special way. And so I praise you, I lift you up, and I magnify your name. Oh, my Lord, that's why my heart is filled with praise. Yes, my heart, my mind, my soul belongs to you. You pay the price for me way back on Calvary, and so I praise you. I lift you up, God. I magnify your name. Oh Lord, that's why my heart is filled with praise. That's why my heart is filled with praise. That's why my heart is filled with praise.
Beautiful. Well, there are only 2 of us in the studio, but we can still clap you. Don't clap on our
All right.
All right, beautiful. So how has the competition been going so far? Have you been doing well? Have you been getting good response?
Okay, all right. The competition has been going extremely well. I have my down moments. Yes, I'm in the top 5 now.
Right.
Thank you to God. I've got to thank for that. But it has been times of ups and downs. My first week, I had vocal issues. I wasn't doing well. I was on vocal rest and all of that, and I had to push in spite of what I was going through. The competition has taught me that no matter what you are going through, you have a responsibility and you have to push past that.
Absolutely.
I have grown spiritually. I have grown in so many different areas of my life. I have JCBC to thank so much for the opportunity, for putting me out there, and for building me as a minister. And I have to give them thanks for that. I have got to thank. I have Jamaica to thank for voting for me. Oh my God. And for encouraging me, for calling me, for praying for me. Yeah, man, I have so much thanks to give to so many people.
All right. We're giving you only 10 minutes, but that sounds like an acceptance speech, you know, Daniel. That sounds like you win and you have the thing in your trophy in your hand and you come up on stage and you say, thank you, Lord.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm sure you're looking forward to Saturday, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. So this is how we're going to close because we don't want to give none of you not even 1 second over because we're fair and we're transparent. So all the best on Saturday, July 30, and it's at the National Indoor Sports Center in Kingston. And I can't even say may the best singer win because when you reach the top 5, you're all good. So enjoy the experience. All right?
All right. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Same to you, Danielle. We're talking to Chantal Smalling, all right? And it's now 11:16. So good morning, Chantal.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Wonderful. All right. So you are one of the Jamaica Gospel Star Competition 2022 finalists, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. Tell me a little bit about Chantal, and then we're going to be talking about the songs that you have chosen.
All right. No problem. Well, I'm Chantal. I am from Mandeville, Manchester, cool Mandeville. This is my first time entering the Gospel Star competition. A friend of mine submitted my entry for me. So, yeah, that's it. I'm a Christian. I manage, and I just love the Lord.
Okay, all right, fine. So, you said your friend actually encouraged you to enter.
Yeah.
How did you feel about entering? When your friend made the suggestion that you should enter, how you felt about it?
Well, when he reached out for me to enter, I had initially said no to the entry. So he reached out, he kept nudging, and he reached out and said that I should just send him a video. Honestly, I was out of it, not even paying attention to that the video would have made it thus far, made it to even top 10. So I sent him the video. He asked for some additional information because I work. So I just sent the information he asked for.
Mm-hmm.
So the part of the story that is the deal breaker is that JCDC was trying to contact me for a whole week because I had changed my contact information, so they couldn't find me for an entire week and was planning to move on to the other persons. I would say this whole experience is just God ordained it, hence the reason why I'm in the position that I'm in.
It sounds as though you were destined to be part of this because you
Yes,
mentioned that your friend was nudging you, but it looked like he was nagging you.
So after I submit, because I said he got the video from around April, so it didn't call to mind because the thing is I had changed my number, I changed my contact, I left social media, all of that. So nobody was able to actually locate me until my next of kin when information was pulled from JCDC. They found my sister and then they found me.
Okay, that sounds good. But you say you left social media. A young person actually can survive without social media.
Yes, I can actually.
Oh, you can?
I've done it before.
Okay, so Jay, who is the master control, says yes, it's actually possible. Well, that's very. If I had more time, we'd really have to go into that. So, do you normally sing?
Yes, I do. I sing at church. I sing at weddings. I do concerts. Yeah.
Okay, so why were you? What was the reservation that you had?
Well, I was going through a patch. I was going through a season, I guess. That's how we call it in Christendom. I was going through a season in my life where, you just wanted to hide. So I guess I was in my hiding stage when God said, all right, not time to hide now.
Well, you're definitely not hiding now. So, all right. So tell us about the songs that you have chosen because we're realizing now that you choose a series of songs and you cover them, right?
Yes.
All right. Tell us about the songs that you have chosen so far.
No problem. So for my week one, I chose Bigger God by Judith Gale. Reason being, as I said, I was going through a season in my life and I had to get to the point where I acknowledge and understand that whatever it is that I'm facing, God is bigger than it. My second week, I did Pop Style by Papa San. So it all came from, I was going to do a Chevelle Franklin and another contestant was interested in the song that I was doing. So I said, okay, let me choose something else. And I went ahead and I chose the Papa San. And I did that for week 2. And for last week, Sunday, the 2 songs that I chose, they are dear to me. Reason being, Send Up the Praise by Marsha Jarrett is, it's a very phenomenal song. It speaks about praising through your struggles. It speaks about not just struggles as a young person. It speaks about struggles for single parents, single fathers, single mothers. It speaks about praising God even in the situation. In the storm, in the eye of the storm, just praise him and you will get out of it. And the other song would have been After a While by Leave His Heritage. And the reason for this song is that the song says it itself, there's glory after this. So after you've gone through the tunnel, after you've gone through life's mishaps, after you've experienced it all, there's glory at the end of it, and God is going to change your story. So just give him glory in the moment, because after a while it will change.
As I sit here listening to you, what I'm thinking about the beauty about music is that it can actually change your mood. So no matter what you have been going through, there is a song for that.
Yes.
So are you finding that the competition is actually helping to heal while you sing and while you meet with others?
It has been. Elise, it has been doing so much for me, not just spiritually, but mentally. Mm-hmm. It has been doing so much for me emotionally, because week over week, I found myself thinking about, okay, Shan, yes, this is a competition and it's real, but then I had to take myself away from, okay, it's a competition, and I started looking at it as ministry. Right. Because every time I hit the stage on a Sunday, I want to ensure that anybody that comes on that live experience God, they must feel God and know that, okay, there is something more to God
than just entertainment. And miss the entertainment, there is grace in it.
Beautiful. All right. So we're going to come out at 26 minutes after 11:26, and it's now 11:22. So do the maths. So we have we want to hear your voice. We want to hear you sing. So choose any one of the songs that you would have chosen on a normal day competing, and allow us the privilege of hearing your voice, Chantal.
No problem. So I'll definitely go back to, I'll choose After a While. Reason being, that was the song that ministered to me most last Sunday. So I will be doing that song.
Go ahead.
So it says, after the sunshine comes the rain, after the gladness we sunset, there'll come a better day. After a while, we must keep pressing toward the goal, keeping the whole and of the soul. If we are joy and every day, after a while, after a while, after a while, glory is waiting over there. After a while, yes, after a while, we shall have joy beyond compare. After a while, troubles and care on every hand, more than our souls can understand. But there will come a better day. After a while, we must keep true to Christ our King, telling his love, his praises sing. If we have joy that never decay. After a while, yes, after a while, glory is waiting over there. After a while, after a while, we shall have joy beyond compare. After a while.
Wonderful. It's 24 minutes after 11. That means we can ask you one more question about this song. Let me ask you something. As I hear you and I'm listening to you and you're sounding good, do you get a chance to actually sing in patois? Because I hear you talking about, you said, no, the song that you just did is a song that we can just hear in a patois. You get a chance to
Yes.
Yeah, man. After a while, them kind of
Yes, so you get to do the runs and all the excitement with it. Yes.
So you get a chance to do that.
Yes, I do.
All right, wonderful. So you're looking forward to Saturday. This Saturday is the final, right? All right.
Yes.
So are you nervous? Are you looking forward to it?
Nerves is there, but I'm looking forward to it.
I love that. You said it very well. The nerve is there, but you're looking forward. And how have you been doing so far?
Well, I've been doing great. I must say the support is there. My friends, my work, my family, the support is there.
Wonderful.
And going on a venture like this with support is a great deal.
Okay, wonderful. So a lot of people are hearing now that you're on the bridge. They're hearing you. And there's going to be a vote, right?
Yes, there is a vote.
All right, fine. So we, like I said to the person who was there before, which is Danielle, I can't say may the best person win because you're all good. You're one of five, right?
Yes, I am one of five.
All right. So you have a wonderful night on Saturday, and that's the most I'm going to say. Have a wonderful night. All right?
Thank you so much. Will do.
All right. Beautiful. So that's our second interview, and this is Chantal Smalling, and she is also a Jamaica Gospel Star competition finalist, and we have another one, and that other one will actually be tomorrow. Right, so Thursday. Why am I saying tomorrow? I don't know either. So we'll have another interview on Thursday at 10:50. 10:50, right? So stay tuned for that. So far, these two have been great, and we're looking forward to having the other finalist on Thursday at 10:50. Beauregard.
Good afternoon, Mama Kelly.
Good afternoon, Beauregard. Tell me that you're not playing the same song I'm playing. Tell me that nothing no go so. We can't go so.
Mama Kelly, me I tell you what go on.
What go on? We're really go on.
Mama Kelly, I started out the show with a song on the same rhythm that you are playing the song on.
Right.
The artist that I'm playing is the little hero. God is amazing.
Right.
And when I tuned in to take a preview of what you were doing, I heard you playing Anthony Cruz.
Right.
On the rhythm.
Right.
So I don't know how that happened. I started playing the song, and when I tuned in, I just hear you playing a song on the rhythm as well. So
my goodness,
there's some divine power, divine presence.
We tell you that all the while, you know.
The show.
We tell you that all the while, you know. You'd believe me now?
Yes, Mama. Yes.
Good. Cause when me talk, you know, me sound like a woman, you know. But me do a woman. You see me in my rap, yeah. Don't get it twisted.
How are you doing, Mama Kelly?
You know, I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Great to hear your voice. To hear your voice.
Beautiful. So your bossy was here.
Yes,
Mr. Grant.
Yes, he's still there.
He's still Beauregard said he's still there. So I had a lovely conversation with him, and I just want to say enough respect to Mr. Grant, and you know that that Mr. Grant and Mr. Grant's mom and my mother were very good friends, right?
Yes,
so I got a chance to actually say hello to Mrs. Grant. So he called her on the phone. And it is just so nice to know when our elders have their faculties together, they remember everything. It's just a wonderful thing. She remembers things that I don't even remember. Honestly.
It's always like that. Yeah, man, it's always like that.
So it was just wonderful, you know, sharing some memories with Mr. Louis Grant's mom.
Mrs. Grant.
Yes. Very nice.
I actually got the opportunity to meet her while she was here for a short stay in the United States as well when she was here in New York a few weeks ago. So, you know, nice lady, and I can, you know, see where Louis Grant got everything from.
Yes. You know, my mother tried. No. Why? Mrs. Grant tried and it worked. Mrs. Kelly tried.
Yeah, man.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man. As in the word of Merciless, I was watching an interview of Merciless say he was properly brought up. I forgot the line when he said before that. But him say at the night, him say, but I was properly brought up. Yeah, we might have gotten, he said we might have gotten caught up, but I was properly brought up. Yeah.
You know, Merciless. I don't know if I got caught up, but one thing I'm sure about, I was properly brought up. It's not nobody's fault. Yes. Oh my God. So, you know, one of the things that happened, not on the weekend, it happened on Thursday, was a Second Chance premiere here in Jamaica, right?
Okay, how was it?
Excellent. So I know that the premiere is in, I think, Fort Lauderdale, and then there was one in New York. It was just, you know, normal. Nobody, it wasn't hosted by Sprague Benz. Well, this one now, the whole of the music fraternity came out. A lot of the music fraternity came out. And Sprague had no choice but to host this one. You know, so he, you know, used the opportunity to bless up everyone and hope that we have a good time. And then when it was finished, we got a chance to say what we had to say. Long time I hadn't seen Snaggerpost. Snaggerpost was there, and he actually went on the microphone, and we heard him, you know, say how much he enjoyed the movie. Twin of Twins was there. Wicker Man. Quite a few people were there. Not lots of artists were there. I heard that Butcher was there, but we didn't. I think he slipped out quick. You know, Butcher. Slipped out quick. Right. So that was that. But
you know, I'm so happy for Sprague Benz. I'm truly happy for Sprague Benz. You know, just to see the support that, as you said, that everybody came out and showed love. You know, a lot of artists. And being there in Jamaica, you know, we should expect nothing else. That is, you know, colleagues and people who he's worked with for years to come and give him some love. Right. But we're also wishing him all the best, and, you know, hope that he has a lengthy career in film.
I'm sure he will. And after the conversation that we had with Natty King Beauregard on Thursday, it was just, it made things a little different, because when we saw like the Snagger Puss come out and the Wicker Man and these veterans, you know, and when we remember the conversation that we both had with Natty King about loving each other before we go, you know, it was just so beautiful to just love each other before we go.
True indeed. And in the same breath, Mama Kelly, you know, giving our artists their flowers, I also want to big up all of our athletes who participated in the World Championships last week. And, you know, they brought home 10 gifts, 10 early Diamond Jubilee gifts for our 60th celebration of our independence. So that's a good thing, and it's a good look. And, you know, we placed 3rd overall in the championships. So that's a very, very big deal. And we hope to, you know, come back stronger next year and even place first or second place. So, you know, big up to all the all the athletes who participated and gave their all for Jamaica.
You can imagine someone who comes from a developed country, a big country. Which part you there? Hear you saying that we hope. we hope that we can get even more medals next time and come in even. Man. You never supposed to say about could them too. What could we do?
Well, as Bo just saying, Mama Kelly, no matter where in the world we're going, I'm a Jamaican.
That's right.
You know, so we represent Jamaica.
Same way,
that's where it is. Yeah,
so did you get a chance to watch any of the acts from Sumfest?
Yes, Mama Kelly. I did not get to watch a lot of them. I'm still watching some of them right now, but I've seen clips and snippets of their performances.
Right.
And I must say, you know, on the first night, which was dancehall night, hats off to all the young artists. They definitely held their own in terms of, you know, bringing out the numbers and the people that we saw that came out to support them. That was a very good look. You know, speaking of the performances, I saw Josh's performance. And one thing I must say about Josh's performance that I did like was the fact that, you know, he took the time out of his performance to include, you know, some of the social issues that's affecting Jamaica. And that's one of the things that I see missing in a lot of, you know, performances when I see people performing is, you know, taking that 1 minute or that 30 seconds just to highlight something that's affecting all of us on a day-to-day basis and then get back into your performance.
Right. I think Spice did some of that too.
Yeah.
Spice did that too. But you know, that's a very, very important point that you make, Beau-Regard. And I think one of the things that our artists, particularly the younger ones, need to do is to become even more aware of what's actually happening outside of their reality, so that we can have a meaningful, not a long talk, but a meaningful few minutes about what's happening.
Yeah.
You know.
And then keep it in the back of your mind. Even while you're enjoying yourself, you're still aware of what's going on in the world. And, you know, you worry about it and you still enjoy yourself. But at the end of the day, they highlight it and bring it out to the people. And not just some things to just make people hold a hype and then go home. But at the end of the day, when the performance is done, you can look back and say, you know, say the artist did say this and it's true, or whatever the case may be.
Very true. What you thought of Aishana's performance? Particularly the controversial part.
Okay, well, for me, Mama Kelly, a lot of people are saying that, you know, she's looking at tension, which I think, you know, to do something like that on that stage, it might have been, you know, a little bit disrespectful, or she took it too far. You know, she had the Prime Minister up there, she had Christopher Tufton up there, Bounty Killer, and then, you know, to put Bounty's poster on the floor and did what she did over it. You know, it was, you know, just a little bit too much. And people said they were expecting more out of her performance, you know, in terms of her music, you know, and they didn't get that from it. So, and at the end of the day, this is all people are talking about from the performance. So I don't know if it benefited her or not.
I hear you. Yes, I agree with you. But you know what struck me when I saw what happened? What struck me was not even so much about Aisha. You know, she would do what she thinks she needs to do. But what impressed me more than anything else was actually Bounty Killer. Because so you could have sit down on him, face all you want to sit down on film face. I know film face that one. Two, and two is you sit down on your father face. That are two. Because of your father that is two. And your father. And three.
Wow.
And three, how your dad has matured. Because if for all 10 years my brethren done that.
We all know the cross miserable bounty killer that him can be, so you know it
I know he responded, but it's how he responded.
Yes, he did it in a mature way.
Look here, same way. Go on, top Beau-Regard.
Yeah, he did it the right and proper way, Mama Kelly. He didn't go back at her or anything like that. He said what he had to say. Without getting outrageous in terms of being the bounty killer that he could be.
Absolutely. So and he did it with intention. You know, I think this is a wonderful thing for the industry. It is wonderful to watch an artist that we love so much. We still love you, Bounty. Watch an artist who we love so much, who is known to be cross and miserable, who is known to done the biggest of them, bigger than him daughter, and didn't. That is the sweetest thing. That was Rodney Price.
And you know, yes, and you know what I think, Mama Kelly? I think she missed out on a great opportunity as well. After her just doing a song with the likes of Ed Sheeran, one of the biggest artists in the world. Now, if I was a part of her team or if she was my artist, do you know what I would be doing to try to get Ed Sheeran to make an appearance at Sumfest? Whether it be a live performance, I don't know if she could have gotten that done, or, you know, a video with him doing his part of the song and she performing along with the video, or even a phone call, Mama Kelly, a Skype, or FaceTime, something.
That would have made a difference.
That would have made a difference and made an impact for her. And today people would have been talking about that instead of what they are talking about right now.
Absolutely. And producers probably from different genres would be hunting her down, wanting to do work with her. But again, exactly. I told myself, Beau-Regard, that I now go focus on her. I really need to focus as we watch an individual mature and grow, as we watch an individual deal with a crisis, how he dealt with it. We watch Bounty Killer. Trust me when I tell you, you know, what you did and how you did it is an example to those who would have just lost it, because it was easy to lose it. He walked out of the venue. So he is not that he just supped it up. He walked out of the venue, but he walked out calmly. And what he said on his social media page, to me, is just representing so much growth and so much of an example for others to follow. The young one's not there yet. He wasn't there yet when he was their age. But at least we can see growth. And Mr. Price, I am so proud of you.
And in the midst of all that, Mama Kelly, the next night came and gave a legendary performance in the Dave Kelly tribute, along with some of the conglomerates of the 90s, you know, the Beanie Man, the Bounty Killers, Spragga Benz, Wayne Wonder, Baby Sham, Mr. Easy, Frisco Kid, you know, so many big names. I have to say big respect to Dave Kelly for the music that he did for us, and to these artists for performing these songs and making them classics. To this day, these songs are still being played in dancehall. Hyper songs. Yeah, man.
For those who didn't go, though, we soon break, but for those who didn't go, I didn't go, but my friends were there, and they were telling me that without a doubt, that segment was, apart from the chairman of the board, you know, the chairman of the board is going to be the chairman of the board, but apart from the chairman of the board's performance, that was definitely one of the highlights of Saturday into Sunday, you know, so, you know, big up on yourself.
True indeed.
Yeah,
I didn't really get to see much of Saturday, but maybe you can tell me, how was Beres? I know the boss deal with them things. How were the people receiving that?
I saw some of his performance. I wasn't there, but my friends were there, and I couldn't sleep. Every minute them a ching, all my phone was a ting, 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 and I saw some of Beresford Hammond. And let me tell you something though. One of the things that the youngsters can really learn, because we can all learn. I have been learning so much from the youngsters, and one of the things that the youngsters can learn is stage mastery, and as you said before, how to command your audience with conversation. And that is what Berries has. And he knows when to do it. He knows how to do it. He knows when to stop. Because that's another art, to actually know when to stop. He knows when to stop. He knows when they've had enough. And he just is a master. And we have to learn from the masters. The youngsters, they have the energy, they have the hits, they have the audience going wild. And for those, my friends were there, and some of my friends are, in the fossil crew. The fossil crew was out in their numbers. And can I tell you something? The fossil crew did it from early Thursday, like I didn't know one. Yes, my dear sir. And they were they don't want to miss nothing. But can I tell you something? I particularly asked them to look out for the youngsters and tell me what they thought. And Josh's name kept coming up, and they thought that he gave an emotional performance. They thought that he did well. And, some of the things that we need to stop doing, we need to stop judging someone who has just got on a big stage with someone who is a master at his craft. It just doesn't go that way. Berries didn't always have that command. He grew with that command. So we just need to be patient with our youngsters, loving towards our youngsters, and supportive. And based on what I heard, they did pretty well.
And just before we take the break, Mama Kelly, Chanel Muir, I heard her performance was off the chain, and she's one of the best female artists out there right now. I've seen her perform live before, and I heard she tore up that stage. And
she did, I heard that.
She just did very well. So big up to Chanel Muir.
Yeah, you liked her outfit.
Also, today's... yes, I saw... I loved it.
I thought you would.
Today's also Wayne Wonder's birthday, Mama Kelly. So I want to send a happy birthday going out to Wayne Wonder. He was here in New York like 2 weeks ago. He performed in Nyack, New York, and also, in Shelldown Sumfest. So happy birthday going out to Wayne Wonder.
Nice, beautiful. All right, so we're going to take a break, and when we come forward, we will be talking to Nature Ellis. All right, so soon come. So he's sitting right beside me, and myself and Beau-Regard, we're going to be having fun asking him questions. Beau-Regard, you're there?
Yes, Mama Kelly.
All right, so you are seeing the gentleman here beside me. All right.
Greetings, Nature Ellis.
Give thanks and praises.
Go again.
Give thanks and praises, enough love, yes.
All right, so.
Every time.
You kick it off, Beau-Regard.
Oh, wow. Yeah, bless up yourself, Nature Ellis. Big up. Thank you for coming in for this interview.
Yes,
let's start here. Where did Nature Ellis grow up, and tell us about yourself before the music?
I was born at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James, a place called Glendovan, which is in Montego Bay, of course. Mother and father have 6 of us together. I can't say 6 anymore recently because my father had a child before all 6 of us and so forth. And when I meet the virgin one day, I say, yeah man, I'm my brother this.
I can't deny him.
So for years I have always been saying my mother and father have 6 of us together, which is true. But I realized that we have another, my father had a brother before.
And a son.
Yeah, my mother's relationship with him.
Okay. So him is a Mobile man.
Yes. Definitely. And my mother and father are from Hanover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Isn't it just like us Caribbean people for always meet family no matter how old we get in life?
Yeah. Right. And can I tell you something? When we do meet them, we're like, so who in favor? Who in favor? Yeah. Same favor Charlie for true. Favor Charlie for true. All right. One of the things, reading over your bio, one of the things that really impressed me is that you are known as a great singer. That's one of the good things about you. Your vocal prowess is something that you're known for. But you have also benefited from vocal and speech training, and this happened at the Herbert Morrison School.
Yes.
Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, what happened in 2002, I won a scholarship in singing and writing. The scholarship was put on by it was a competition basically, and I got a scholarship. Danger Zone was the promoter for that that event. It was called School as Bus Ride. So it was like school from all over Jamaica. So I represented my school at the time, which was St. James High, and I came first in the singing category. I got a trophy, and it was held at Pier 1 Montego Bay, of course, and I got a trophy, and I got some money to grow my musical horizon. Basically, so I wanted to go to Edna Manley at the time, but the money I got wasn't enough, wasn't sufficient. So I decided, I heard about this man by the name of Mr. Matthews, I'm not sure if he's still the teacher, the musical teacher at Herbert Marson. And I went there, and I started to do some music classes with him, and very great music teacher. Learned some music theory, and he showed me a few things regards to to use my vocal, as well as I gotta say respect also to a man called Bob Williams from Westgate Hills. That man also taught me a lot of things regards to voice control. You know what I mean? And so big respect to Danger Zone production for that as well, because that was a great motivation for I at the time.
It's important that we talk about that, because I'm always encouraging people, especially those who are just coming inside of the business, to do voice training. And I don't want it to be taken as something, as a slight in any way, because the greatest of voices have done voice training.
Yes, and I want to tell you, even when I link up with Ricardo Bibi Gardner, Art of Love, he was someone who was very instrumental in helping me to do some more voice training as well. I didn't do the full course, because between me and you, when I started the voice training course when I was around Art of Love, big respect to Ricardo Gardner every time, I realized that my voice was sounding, it was going in a direction that I didn't want to put it.
Which direction it was going in?
All right. At one point, a lot of people used to say, "Oh, you sound like Jackie." You know what I mean? Because I, of course, believe that we have certain similar vocal abilities when I take certain notes. And at the time, I was sounding like getting even more sounding like him, and I was like, I'm gonna stop this music lesson. So
because you needed to find you
myself, right? So that was the reason why I didn't finish that course. But I want to tell a man, big respect to all the ones who was very interested in I finding myself, and getting out there and improving myself. So big respect.
Tell us about the competition. How did you get into the competition? Was it people that encouraged you to get into the competition?
I was home. It was I think it was a Saturday. It was a Saturday when I shouldn't even watch TV, but my mother and father was gone to church, and Sabbath home. So anyway, I turned on the TV and I saw the advertisement. And I said to my sister, I'm going to appear one, I know I'm late. I know probably I should have got in my entry from maybe a week before prior. But I said, I'm going to use faith, I'm going to go and I'm going to win, Somebody tell my bigger sister, and my sister said, win what?
That's so like a sister.
Hey, all the school in Jamaica, I come out, why you are go? You think you are going?
You go win?
I can't stay there. I have a song on your mercy, I pray. I'm going to So I put on my one pants and my best pants and best shirt, and took a car, went to Pier 1.
You sing about it.
And I was there, and it was very empty at the time. No one was there at the time. The gate wasn't even really open. But I was just sitting by the seaside there on the rocks, and I said to myself, hey, tonight, if we get the chance, I'm going to deal with it, Anyway, I was there, and, all the emotions passing through, and, don't get in the details right now. But I saw this lady with a bag going towards the gate. And I decided to help the lady, just out of just wanting to help the lady. I didn't know who she was or anything. And so I helped her with the load of bags that she had going into the venue and so forth. And so I went to help, and she was interested to know who I am. And I said, I'm just here to get in the competition. And she said, what school do you attend? And I said, I attend St. James High. And she said, and by talking and talking, she said, know what? I like your vibe. Normally, you should have bring in your entry. You should have registered already, maybe a week or two before. But guess what? There's something about you, and you're still going to that school, and blah blah blah. You have you're in the age group. I want to find that lady up until now. I don't know.
Wow.
I really would like to find that lady. Show up yourself, please.
Feel like.
You know,
Yes.
that is an amazing story, my brother, because, you know, me and Mama Kelly always speak about confidence here on the show. And, you know, for you to probably be the last entry and then end up coming first in the competition, you know, the confidence was what carried you through. For
Yeah,
real.
man.
You remember when we were talking about that Beau-Regard, you remember we said
Yes.
that there are some people who go and say like him sister, Kuyoto.
Hey, I don't want to tell you something, you know. One of the nicest sister, you know.
Nobody's sister
But
should hear.
me, I tell you, sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, a lot of people in general, you know, I realize, you know, the people that know you forever, these are the people sometimes. They're not like half the time, they don't literally want to put you down, but they just can't see you as that person who can go on that level.
Until you win.
Until I want to tell you I want to tell you more. I want to elaborate. So the lady said, all right then, and she got me, and she got my name written down and so forth. And trust me, I was all by myself when I went there. Every artist come in, them me see cars with the artists, like loads of cars and them fun and everybody, and I'm alone by myself, me and the Almighty God and the angels them, man. You see, when I perform and win the trophy, I'm in a crowd guy my yard. Listen, man, people, trust me, I'm in a crowd guy my yard. So from that, nobody underestimate me at my yard, man.
Yeah, that's just typical. That's so typical.
Yeah, man.
Your sisters will do that, but really and truly deep down, them wire for win.
Yeah, well,
All right. So one of the things that I've respected about you is that you have gradually and increasingly become a reggae ambassador of quality, and you have toured down under, where most reggae artists are looking for, you know, the safe places like, you know, Europe, Africa,
Australia.
Australia is not a safe place. What was
Brazil.
what was Australia like in terms of presenting reggae music?
I love reggae music very much, and that was it 2011, you know, when I went to Australia. You know what the experience was, quite an experience from the flight there, because it took a flight from Jamaica to the UK to Dubai, then Dubai to Australia. It was quite I think there are many different ways to reach there, but that was my connected flight to there. And when I went there, it was much like, it almost reminded me of the US.
Okay.
But you know, these people love music very much as well, you know. So everywhere in the world there is some form of music crowd, you know. You know what I mean? And maybe a few places, of course, maybe not, but you know what I mean, based on the places I've went, there's always some reggae people there. Who I say, yeah, we love that positive vibe.
Yes.
Where would you say is your favorite place to perform for all the places that you have been outside of Jamaica?
Outside of Jamaica, I would say Germany. Yeah, Germany, and I love the vibe in Italy as well, you know. The whole Europe, I'm a friend, but Germany, I know them say first because it's the deepest, because the first European country I went was Germany. And that was in 2009. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, we have another commercial break coming up. We're good, Vaughn? We're good? All right. So another thing that is peculiar to nature is the way how you perform. And that leads me to ask, who were your mentors? Because when you perform, it's not like you can say, him sound like X. All right, you might sound like Jackie or sometimes, but you certainly don't perform like him.
Them say me remind Garnet
Yes,
and a Jackie.
definitely Garnet. Definitely Garnet. But why I ask is because when you are on stage, there's so many personalities that come out once you hit that stage. So who are the people who not just influenced you vocally, but also influenced the way you perform?
Yes, first and foremost, when I decided to do music fully, when I decided to leave my job at the Ritz-Carlton at the time, and I went on my knees and I asked the Almighty to anoint me and appoint me to do the work, which is right, you know, through music. So before that, I met this man by the name of Bob Williams, as I said before, and Bob Williams said to me, do not listen to mediocre artists. You understand? He said, whenever you're listening to artists, make sure you listen. Whenever you're listening to artists from Jamaica, make sure you're listening to people like Beres Hammond. Make sure you listen to people like Alton Ellis. And the names went on, and Bunny Ruggs, and he called certain names, and AJ Brown as well, and he said, listen, if you want to be a great artist, listen to great vocalists. You know what I mean? And I am always a lover, for example, of Michael Jackson, Tracy Chapman, and these artists. I love to watch artists who I can feel. Mm-hmm. I emulate artists who, whenever they sing, I can feel goosebumps. I want to give credit to even Ghost.
Yes, great performer.
Yeah, man, big respect to Ghost anyway there, because he's the first person. We has get to you. You go as a man sing and your goosebumps take you. A Ghost do that for the first time I see a man sing and I get goosebumps.
A man sing.
That was Ghost. You know what I mean? And I will never forget that it was in Parade, Montego Bay, when he came and performed one night and was like, yo, this man I can't sing it. You know what I mean?
Beau-Regard, you realize that there's a whole generation of artists in a nature generation where Michael Jackson, them say, all Ghosts. When you look at Ghosts, they say him love Michael Jackson, you can see it.
The first time I saw Michael Jackson on TV, and I didn't even know he was a man.
Oh my God. I figure you didn't know he was black.
No, I was a very small child, and when I can't sing. When I find out, I say, it's a man. I say, what kind of man can sing so? It's a man that can't, what a voice is, you know what I mean? So, I always, people like, what's the person, the general that Michael Jackson emulate as well?
No,
James Brown. Mm-hmm. I love to watch James Brown perform as well. Mm-hmm. And, people like that. I just love listening to people who have feeling.
Yeah, man.
I can't fool joy myself when I'm a person that sing, and I just the words from them mouth, but I not feel it.
See him so.
And that's the reason why I try to maintain a spirituality, a connection with the Almighty God. Because, you see, I strongly believe you have to stick to the source. Mm-hmm. And then you keep close to the source, and, you will always, people feel like you're talking it from your heart. And, Yeah.
Beau-Regard, I know you have something for us, but
well, when we come, okay, all right. When we come back from the break. Yeah.
All right, fine, cool. We have beside me none other than Nature Ellis, and he is our very special guest. Myself and Beau-Regard have been interviewing him, and Beau-Regard has a question.
Yes, Nature Ellis. Before the break, we were talking about some of your influences, and I believe you said Garnet Silk was a major influence for you.
Most definitely.
To where you now have a Garnet Silk mixtape out. Tell us about that.
Yes, it has been a burning desire for a long time to do some form of tribute to Garnet Silk, because he's an artist that I always admire, ever since the first time I heard him, since I was pretty young, and he came to me in a vision, as they would, in a vision, and we did just start growing relax at the time, and we asleep on a floor in a Westmoreland, in the hill. I won't tell the details more, but I got a vision, and that me and my brethren had the vision, and we are on this stage show performing, and he started to cry, and I said to him, "Oh, stop crying, man, just sing Hello Mama Africa." And him start sing Hello Mama Africa. It's like me and him got the show together, me and him apart, like I'm a brethren in the vision, This is a person me never met in a flesh, but in the vision, me and my brethren, and him start sing Hello Mama Africa now, and the whole place just feels so, it was such a heavenly vibe. That's the only one we can compare it. And we just jump out of the vision, and I don't know, over a period of time I find myself I sing Mama Africa, and somebody sets that I do, I always just tend to say respect to Ghana still can we do this, but in the vision it was I telling him to sing Hello Mama Africa. You understand? But but I end up start to have that song in my set. But anyway, I remember meeting Lovey, which is Garnet Silk's wife, and he said to me, you're the only youth remind me so much of Garnet Silk. And
Lovey said that.
Lovey said that to me, And he said not about the voice, just your movement and this certain thing about you. And I say respect because if somebody say me remind him of Garnet Silk, that's a great thing.
But when him wife said that,
But him you understand what I say? So big respect to Empress Lovey anyway, you know what I mean? So it was just a couple, maybe a month or two, I was at a studio with my brother Emmanuel Chin, and I said, tell you what, just pick some Garnet Silk rhythm off of the internet and we'll sing some Garnet Silk song and just do a mixtape. And since I did it and I just put it up on Instagram and say, listen, anybody want the mixtape, just link up in my DM. And it's like DJs from all over the world and link up, and so one want dub plate, one this and that, and so I did it just because I just feel like Garnet deserve even more justice here in Jamaica, because Garnet Silk is such an artist which has put out so much messages that are so relevant in this time, and a lot of time we don't emphasize enough on these great ones who came before us. You know what I mean? Even us as young artists coming up now, a lot of us tend to think that it just happened overnight. People just behave like say no one inspire them. But Garnet Silk inspire I so much where I would be a hypocrite. I would be somewhat of a traitor in myself if I don't do something to let some of these young people remember Garnet Silk. Because I know artists right now have a similar sound at Garnet as well. And when you hear them interview, them will tell us somebody else that inspired them. Of course, other artists inspire me, but them don't make it look like that man have that much influence on them. So I am just one of these persons who don't know how to go around it. And,
you have to pay homage.
I have no choice, what I mean? Yeah, man, a whole heap of love, man. It's like, people just start say, yo, at the closest, me see a man sing a Garnet, but me know other people sound close.
A lot of other people sound like Garnet.
Of course.
But I tend to agree with Lovey. There's just something pure about your interpretation of Garnet Silk music.
Thank you.
Let us talk about the Revolution Choice album, which is your latest album.
Yes.
Right? Why Revolution Choice? Why you named it that?
Well, it's a revolution time, And if you see what's happening since the last couple of years, it has always been a revolution, but it is even more plain now. And people are more, it's easier access right now to information. And I always say the revolution is not about just gun and ammunitions and all these things. It's about educating the youths. And it's about, knowing yourself. See, so this album, Revolution Choice, because I was going through a phase at the time when I decided to name the album Revolution Choice. Give thanks to Father Choice, Mr. Johnson, from Ambassador of Choice Records, because we were trying to think about a name, and we say, well, you name Choice Movement, and it's a revolutionary type of vibe I did right now, what I feel in my heart and in my soul and what's going on, and so we say, all right, Revolution Choice, and you know what I mean, because it's a revolution, so when you listen to the album and you realize that one song to another, even the song Freedom, it's a revolution, because word, sound and power is a very serious one.
I'm going to make a quotation. I'm going to give a quotation, and it's actually you who said this. It says, Revolution Choice is for the people who are doing their best to keep upright, and also the ones who need guidance to the light. I know it came about after the pandemic. How did the pandemic influence the songs on the album?
A lot of people was very confused. You know what I mean? A lot of us were wondering what's happening and what's not happening. But all of what I have been singing, myself, Garnet Silk was singing, Peter Touch, Bob Marley, Lucian is singing right now as well. It's you can find all of these things in the Bible. Because I'm not one of these artists who are gonna be like we just get up and just know say, we study the Bible and it have a great influence on us, and we realize nothing new. It's just people who were not been directed to the words are really surprised, because you see, in this time, if you was studying Revelation and all these things, you would understand that signs at the time, it warned you about these times. You know what I mean? There were times all the while, you know what I mean? But there will be time in everyone's life where situations like this will come up, and you just have to seek the words of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So I decided, as usual, to put out words of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So it's a revolution right now. Behind the scene, it's even more crazy than a lot of people think. You know what I mean? You understand? But we all have to have certain amount of knowledge right now, and we just need more music, like Ghana Silk music out there. Luciano, Nature Ellis, of course. People like Natty King, you know what I mean? Warrior King, you know what I mean? And the list goes on and on. Chronics, of course, Protege, you know what I mean? So, Droop Lion, you know, and so many more, you know what I mean? List goes on and on and on. So, we're just here as messengers, you know what I mean? And I'm so happy to do this, you know what I mean? Because that's what I know my purpose, and this is my purpose. And you will just always hear music like this, you know, such as from the Revolution Choice album. So, yeah.
You know, something that I realized, Beau-Regard, that a lot of, especially since Sumfest, a lot of people have been comparing apples with grapes. And, you know, listening to Nature Ellis talk, it is obvious that this is the genre that he has used to best express who he is and the message that he has. But there are other artists who have different messages, whatever you may think about it, and they're going to use another genre to express the message that they have. But we will compare because we have our favorite, you know, choice. But at the end of the day, we need to be kind about the comparisons, because it's apples and grapes, lions and tigers.
Well, you know, Mama Kelly, we have to know what is message and what is rubbish. And that is the thing, you know. That we give thanks for Nature Ellis, who's an artist who has messages, you know, for the people in the music. And that's what we're championing around here, you know. Big up yourself, my brother, upon being a messenger. I know you're getting ready to go spread the message out there on your Revolution Choice tour that's coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes, so September, October, I'm looking forward, if the Almighty will. I'll be there in Europe doing some shows. This would be my fourth time in Europe or something like that, you know. As I said, the first time in Europe was 2009, where I had about 15 shows at the time. You know, Australia was 2011.
What are you looking forward to most? Because we've had a long break. What are you looking forward to?
Well, you see, I'm just looking forward to be focused and keep focused, because everything out there right now to distract a man or a woman out there who are do what me I deal with. You see me? So we just have to keep focused and steadfast. You know what I mean? And always ask the Almighty to continue to renew your anointing and appointing, because at one point, you know, brothers and sisters, I was thinking about like done with music, but I realized I am music. You understand? So there were one, you know what I mean? So I realized you have to know your purpose. So I just want to keep embracing my purpose, keep doing what I'm doing, because many are called but few are chosen, as it said, you know. So and I want to tell ones out there who are coming into the music and want to do positive music, please do not, you have a thing in peer pressure. They talk about it a lot in school, but a lot of people don't understand that peer pressure doesn't end when you graduate from school.
Well said.
Peer pressure is something is straight through life, and you have to know your purpose. You have a word name, purpose. If I didn't know my purpose, I sing some different type of song a long time. You understand what I say? And you have to find peace with yourself when you call for your work. You understand? And know, say, the Almighty will provide, because if I didn't know that the Almighty would provide before me see Him do certain things to me, trust me. So seek ye first the kingdom of the Almighty. When we say that, just look for positive people to surround yourself with, and make sure you yourself grow yourself more positive every day. Not that we not preach perfection, but we preach a thing on Him, try to do better.
Yeah, man. You're striving for perfection.
Yeah.
Well, I have one message here from Sister Carol, and she says, respect to the I don't know if this is peer pressure. Respect to the artist, but no goose to the thing. It's really Rasta bumps.
Yes, true.
Sister Carol, easy.
Yeah, man.
From Fossil Crew to Rasta Bump.
Oh, yeah, man.
Look
We
here.
love that one there. We love that one there.
Look here. Nick, Beau-Regard, we don't have no time for your laughing. It is now 12:59 and Nick is inside of the studio. And I
Yes.
know you're looking forward to getting one of Nature Ellis's album, new CDs. So we will arrange that from Vaughn. Vaughn will send a copy to you, right? Nature Ellis'
Yes.
new CD to Beau-Regard, all right?
Nature Ellis, bless up yourself, my brother. Bless up, bless up.
Manners. Manners.
All right, that's it. Just bless up yourself, and we look forward to listening to the CD, playing the CD. I know I'm going to hear great things driving down to the country. You know, my usual country thing, driving down to the country and listening to your tune. Nice to see you. Wonderful to see. It was great to see you on stage the other day. Fabulous. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing else, nothing if you say. Anything else, whether if you say, is Nikki Desir gonna say it. So this is how. So this is how we say.
Talk
so
to you on
long.
Thursday, Mama Kelly.
Yes, we talk on Thursday. Bless up your listeners, Beau-Regard. A heart of love. See?